Ancient whispers. The forest does not begin when it is noticed. It is already whole, long before any moment formed. Trees stand where they have always stood, their roots woven deep into soil that remembers no footsteps. Light moves differently here, not thinner or darker, but slower, as though it has learned patience from the things it touches. Air settles without urgency, sap moves without hurry. Growth and decay share the same pace, neither pressing ahead of the other. There is no preference for becoming, no insistence on remaining. Everything simply continues. Between the trees something passes. Not sound, not voice, not anything meant to be heard. A whisper moves from trunk to trunk, from root to root, a presence exchanged rather than spoken. It carries no urgency, no invitation. It is simply there, continuous and unbroken, older than time and too quiet for memory to hold. It is a language, but not one shaped from knowing the words. It moves and catches the light like still images in motion. A language that does not ask to be learned, only to exist. In the deepest places where no clearing forms and no path has ever been made, there are no edges to interrupt what moves between the trees. Bark, air, and earth do not divide themselves here. Stillness holds, wordless, like breath paused between one gentle movement and the next. Nothing needs defining, nothing gathers into form. The trees simply continue. Their whisper does not turn outward, it does not need to be heard. It moves in slow exchanges of presence and absence, like a rhythm learned before rhythm had a name. Only motion remains, a blur when held too closely. Not steps, not figures, but a kind of turning, a shared sway that exists without audience. The whisper becomes a dance only because there is no other shape for it to take, overlapping, drifting, gathering again. Not a performance, not a symbol, simply movement continuing because it always has. Nothing seeks to decipher it, nothing reaches for meaning. Understanding is not required to remain. Attention exists without pressure. The whisper is allowed to be what it is, unaltered by recognition. Time does not pass here, it rests. Not halted, not slowed, simply unused. Moments do not stack or unfold, and nothing prepares to follow what came before. The forest carries no before and no after, only continuance. It holds its rhythm, layered and steadied, without pressure. The whisper does not falter. The dance continues without pause or completion. Nothing is taken, nothing is given. Eventually attention loosens, not withdrawing, not departing, simply no longer holding the moment so closely. The forest does not change, the whisper does not soften or grow loud. It continues exactly as it did before it was noticed.